Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Nate Larsen.
Well, if you had any wind yesterday, you definitely know that there are some snow drifts to be dealing with all day yesterday and likely this morning. In fact, this picture captured this morning in Chubbuck. Notice a lot of those cars are snowed in. A lot of folks probably just staying home today to dig out their cars.
To see what we can expect as we head out the door today. Nate?
Thank you, Connor. Yeah, we've got poor road conditions out there to talk about this morning. In fact, a lot of blowing and drifting snow on the roadways as well as ice-covered roadways. In fact, when I drove in this morning, there was just an ice sheet on all the roads. So give yourself plenty of extra time. It's dangerous out there. Vienna Mine snow totals. This is our storm total. Since last week when our storm initially started, 71 inches has fallen in the central mountain areas. Again, that's nearly 6 feet of snow, anywhere from 58 to 64 inches between southeast Idaho and up in western Wyoming. We've had lots of snow out there. Honor those spring-like temperatures and conditions we've had over the last couple of weeks. It's snowing again this morning in Pocatello. In fact, we've already had 3 to 4 inches fall on the ground. There is widespread precipitation right now along much of the Snake River Plain. A few dry slots, though, filling in as well. So not everywhere is seeing snow. We have a good chance of seeing snow in all regions throughout the day today. Notice we have an area of low pressure. You can see it circulating. Parts of it are in portions of southern Idaho and in northern Utah. We're going to see the moisture swirl up and around that area of low pressure, and we're going to have some wraparound moisture as that low continues to move further east. Snowfall potential with our storm system. This will be through tomorrow. Valleys 2 to 7 inches of snow. Again, this is mainly a southerly storm, so a lot of the southern highlands, portions of the lower Snake River Plain could see up to that 7-inch mark. Highlands 2 to 5 inches as well. Mountains anywhere from 6 to 12. Again, notice a lot of those cars are snowed in. A lot of folks probably just staying home today to dig out their cars. In fact, Tina Keaton sent in this photo yesterday in Pocatello as well. Notice how high the snow is up on the trees. Looks like 3 feet or so with snow drifts out there and a chance of some lingering showers in the northeast corner up in the upper Snake Highlands and portions of the Teton Basin. So if you're heading up to Grand Targhee or even Jackson today to ski, you're going to have some snow showers to be dealing with, but should be a great ski day out there.
What should we expect as we start off our weekend, Nate?
You know, you might want to grab your umbrella as you head out this morning. It's nice and mild, as we mentioned, at 56 degrees already. Some places closer to 60, but we have our first wave of moisture moving into the region. So areas like the Gate City going to start to see some rain showers out there. At least it's definitely going to look threatening. We do have some drier air down in the lower levels, so it might take a little bit more of a punch to get some down to the valley floors. But again, this first band of precipitation is just the beginnings of what we're going to start to see as we head into the afternoon. Flood warning continues through this afternoon. Flood stage is 8.5 feet. We're currently at 9.7 in the Portneuf River, so we've come down a little bit. We're expected to continue to drop another inch or two before we rise again over the weekend with some more moisture out there. Should be above 10 feet. Temperatures start to rebound a little bit towards the weekend.
Those 20s are coming back.
I know it's terrible, huh?
I thought maybe we were done with them, but we're not.
No, remember from Groundhog Day, we've got 6 more weeks of winter, right?
That groundhog.
I know. What are we going to do?
Nate.
Preston, the mobility and how well they move. I feel like the human robots don't look that great.
No,
those
don't.
look really good.
Those actually
Let's
look
make the human ones look a little better.
That's kind of scary.
Meteorologist Nate Larsen.
Good Friday morning. It's 6:11 and 56 degrees here in Pocatello. We're breezy this morning, but the road conditions are still dry. We do have a storm system that's going to bring some light rain showers this morning to a lot of our region. We do have winter weather advisories back in effect. In fact, Old Man Winter returns, at least for much of the mountainous areas. Eastern Highlands expecting anywhere from 2 to 6 inches from this evening through Sunday morning with our next round of shower activity. A lot of the mountain areas are going to see quite a bit of snow. In fact, the Sawtooth Range in the central mountain area is also going to see a lot of snow, and into western Wyoming, looking at 8 to 16 inches above 7,500 feet again tonight through Saturday evening. So again, more winter weather for the mountain areas, for the ski resorts. I know it's one of their last weekends, so a good hurrah or finish out to a lot of the ski season, and more rain showers expected for the valleys, turning over to snow eventually though. So right now, 56 in Idaho Falls, 59 at the airport in Pocatello, 60 in Blackfoot. We're 57s across the Magic Valley area into American Falls. 40s in the central mountain regions, and a cold 29 degrees in Yellowstone, that being the coldest spot on the map right now. Storm tracker, we do have some showers moving into the region. Again, we're starting to see some over some of the higher terrain near the Gate City area. We'll see some here in the valleys as well. Enough to ruin a car wash right now, but then we have more moisture moving in behind it, so more significant precipitation. Even could see some thunder showers this afternoon, and a front that's going to roll through, bringing more significant weather this afternoon as well. So looking at the larger loop, here's an area of low pressure off the Pacific. It's helping pull up a lot of moisture. Another smaller area of low pressure has formed just over portions of northern California. We're going to have a front sweep through this afternoon. Another front slated to sweep through Saturday. It's a cold front that's going to drop our temperatures to where we could see even a little bit of snow on the valley floors as we head into Saturday evening. So future tracker showing we have a chance of seeing some showers throughout your morning hours into the noon hour. Should see a little bit of a break, but then notice by 2, 3 o'clock we have that shower activity pick back up. In fact, widespread precipitation expected this evening on your commute home up and down the I-15 corridor. Rain showers will turn over to snow showers in the eastern highland areas overnight, and we'll start to see some accumulation down in Soda Springs area, Grace, Montpelier. Again, could see up to 6 inches of snow in some of those areas. Into Saturday, another cold front will sweep through in the afternoon, again bringing, I think, most of the precipitation ahead of the front, but behind it we have a chance of seeing some lingering shower activity even into Sunday and some breezy winds out there. So expect some bad hair days as we head into the weekend also. 57 for the high today, so we're nearly at our highs for the day. Their temperatures will decline as we head into those afternoon hours with the cold front coming through. Again, there's a chance of seeing some lightning out there, so I threw in a chance of some thunderstorms as well. We do have rain and snow mix possible for Saturday and a chance for some lingering snow showers on Sunday. Notice our temperatures do stay colder over the weekend, but we do rebound nicely. In fact, check out Thursday. There's a 73 on the map. 73 would be fantastic. Something to look forward to, at least, to get us through the stormy weekend. Idaho Falls seeing a very similar forecast as far as the shower activity and chance of some snow showers as well heading into the weekend. Teton area, mostly rain showers. Again, snow levels will drop, though, to the valley floors overnight. We'll see some accumulation out there. Central Mountains, similar pattern. Great time if you want some new snow to head out to the ski resorts over the weekend, and a break Monday and a chance of showers, I think, Tuesday for most of the high country.
In spite of what some may think, now is actually a tougher time for wildlife and not during the heart of winter. Our very own meteorologist, Nate Larsen, explains.
Greenery is popping up along the valleys and hillsides, but it doesn't mean that wildlife are out of the woods yet. Fish and Game warns us we'll see more wildlife deaths, as this is actually the hardest time for wintering wildlife.
They start the winter months with a full fuel tank, and then they use that fuel tank in the form of fat reserves and energy reserves through the winter months, and now that it's springtime, most of those tanks are empty. So this is the time of year that we see die-off, particularly with mule deer fawns.
In an average winter, research suggests 50% of fawns are lost during the winter months.
This wasn't an average Idaho winter, so we do expect that number to be higher, and in some places it may be significantly higher.
Even though there's greenery around the valleys, wildlife aren't ready to digest it yet.
The microorganisms that help them digest food in the wintertime are different than the ones they need to digest the green up this time of year. And so that switchover hasn't happened quite yet. And so they may munch on that yummy green vegetation, but they're not able to actually digest it yet.
That's why we see more stressed animals now than we did during the heavy winter. Emergency feeding stations have been in place across the state, with 90 feed sites in the southeast region alone. Idaho Fish and Game says they've provided 500,000 pounds of deer feed and over 1 million pounds of hay to support our local wildlife in southeast Idaho. Winter feed operations will continue as long as the animals continue to use them.
Here's the good news. We've had 4 really mild winters that preceded this one. So our survival rates for fawns and for adults was very, very high. And we've had high recruitment to the herds. We've had a lot of deer and elk on the hillsides.
In Pocatello, Nate Larsen, KPVI News that works for you.
As of mid-March, 50% of fawns have been lost across the state compared to adult mule deer, which lost only 5%. Fish and Game has announced they will decrease the number of antlerless mule deer tags for the 2017 and 2018 hunts by several thousand.
Light snow is still falling here in the Gate City, where temperatures are cold enough near the surface, but that may not be what's happening up above. Inversions form when cold air is trapped under relatively warm air up above. As moisture accumulates in the upper atmosphere, snowflakes begin to form and fall towards the surface. Today, a moist Pacific storm is pushing into the valley, and warm air rises up and over the very cold air near the surface. This allows any precipitation in that layer of the atmosphere to melt into rain. As the rain falls back through the cold temperatures near the surface, it becomes supercooled and freezes on impact.
Freezing rain can cause havoc on power lines, trees, and roadways, creating slippery layers of ice in a short amount of time.